You're watching Taste the Victory.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we got gameplay of Yellow Hybrids based RizeGreymon X versus MetalGarurumon X. So MetalGarurumon X is a very popular deck that a lot of people are exploring in the meta right now, but something people may have not realized as much is the RizeGreymon X deck, where you really don't focus on recovery as much as old Yellow Hybrids used to. You're a lot more aggro compared to previous Yellow lists. But anyways, let's go ahead and see this gameplay. So this is practice before our store championships. So this is not store championships footage. I didn't end up capturing that because I don't want to be that person asking everyone if it's okay to film and adding extra pressure. But of course, the one that mattered in store championships, we ended up running this matchup back in round 1, and that's the one where he ended up winning, which is hilarious. But anyways, my opponent has built up to all the way to a Jet Sylphimon, his only one of, so I was lucky to draw in the first game, and he passed the turn with the Cody. Here, I have nothing in the back because I just was not seeing anything, and I did have at least some memory to not pass the most with Garurumon, so I figured this early into the game, maybe nothing will happen to it. This is a completely different build from previous Yellow Hybrids list, so I end up Digivolving over the Garurumon we had previously because of the memory gained, and then we go up to RizeGreymon X. We're going to go ahead and swing once. This is Yellow Hybrid, so I'm not too worried about being deleted by anything, even though we don't have much DP inheritables. We only have like the draw. So we only have the draw and one instance of protection, but being able to get that extra draw off the Garurumon promo I think is value right now. I go ahead and get in another swing. We're not going to get the 2 checks here, but I will Digivolve it to MetalGarurumon X, bouncing his Jet Sylphimon. So this is a very questionable play for sure, because now he has access to a second Jet Sylphimon that he wouldn't have had otherwise, because it is limited to 1 now. We are playing with those rules. We got 2 more checks here actually, so I've miscounted the number of cards in my hand right now, which is why great for the early aggro. But the thing is, I was worried about a Sakuyamon coming down or a Kazuchimon. If a Kazuchimon comes down, he has a lot of opportunity to keep up with me in my pressure, despite being a slower deck like Yellow Hybrids, which you saw he discussed in his deck profile. However, also if Sakuya comes out, I have to finish it with this thing on the board, because if it gets removed at all on his next turn, I am completely screwed out of the game, because Sakuyamon is such a good answer to anything MetalGarurumon X could do. So this kind of was an attempt at a momentum play to stop Sakuya coming out just now, because now see he goes down to 1, so there's a possibility they could still go all the way back up into it. So overall, all around, this is a pretty questionable play. So he just comes back and goes back into security, but that's how we learn this matchup. This isn't one I was expecting to see, so I've not practiced it too often. But now we're all learning it together in real time. So we do see that he goes into the Jet Sylphimon for only 1 cost. He's got the Cody out there, giving him the extra memory. Well, which that's another thing as well. He didn't get the extra memory actually off of the Cody. So he starts at the 3. Then he just plays the Holy Flame to pass turn, giving me -2 security attack, I believe that is, to my MetalGarurumon. So I cannot swing for game with it this turn, which is quite unfortunate, but I do have something in the back in the rookie area already, so I could push out and maybe start Digivolving up and getting some checks like that. We go ahead and swing, and we hit another Holy Flame, so at the very least that's really good, because it doesn't really matter at this point. Nothing else is going to swing, so might as well get that out of the way now before it ends up becoming a bigger problem and costing me the game. We're just going to go ahead and hard slam this Gabumon X to search for pieces we're missing for the second stack. On the field, and it just completely whiffs, putting everything some really useful. You saw the red package, some really useful stuff there at the bottom, and then we actually get to see that's really cool that the camera was able to capture the option that he left in his security. He gets a chance to look at it with Salamon X, and then if he wants, he could grab it, add it to his hand, and draw 1, or he could choose to leave it there. Instead, he chose to leave it there on its Wind Digivolving effect, because that is a really great option to get for free out of security, because Reinforced Memory Boost out of security is just a free 3 memory at any point, which is a huge momentum swinger. It looks like he is not drawing too well right now, kind of breaking a lot, because he just hard slams the Kazuchimon, because he doesn't want to Digivolve over any of the tamers on the field. These are both incredibly powerful tamers that offer a lot of value. Cody gives you that extra memory and synergizes with RizeGreymon X, so you definitely don't want to Digivolve over it just yet. Back on my turn, we Digivolve into the Gabumon X antibody, and we grab a RizeGreymon there, bottom decking another RizeGreymon promo and a regular Garurumon. So we're just going to go ahead and swing in for 2 checks, because we do have the ability to swing now. We reveal the Reinforced, which is really unfortunate, but we're going to hope we can win here. Yep, well, there's the Holy Flame, so unfortunately we can't win for game there, which really sucks. It would have been amazing if we could have finished it there, because now he has that Reinforced, which could potentially really swing the game in his favor. 2 Holy Flames to security is kind of insane on the first game. We go ahead and put the X antibody option there underneath it. So I could just swing and then Digivolve up again, even though it doesn't really matter here because we just want to get that extra draw because that is the Garurumon promo that we Digivolved over. So instead of just Digivolving into it normally, I wanted to get that extra draw to potentially cycle. I'm not really sure off the top of my head what I was digging for here. I think maybe I just wanted to see as much as I could to build another stack in case it comes to that, because yellow has great removal options. But anyways, our opponent will Digivolve into Salamon in the breeding area, and they are then thinking about how they're going to play out the rest of this turn. They're pulling up the they're pulling up the TK, Digivolve for 2 into the Kazemon, so that lets him potentially go into more aggro with his hybrids. He goes ahead and Digivolves again into RizeGreymon, so there it is, being able to play a tamer for free. The incredible red-yellow Tai and Kari tamer in the set. He Digivolves, or rather he delays the Reinforced Memory Boost, giving him a whole 3, which is more than enough to go into RizeGreymon X, who Digivolves over the normal RizeGreymon for only 1 memory. So there he's just checking how much how much DP I have. He now has the ability when Digivolving to play out a tamer for free. And then delete minus 2,000 DP to something for every tamer, red and yellow tamer, I believe. So that is 8,000 with the total he has on the field, just enough to delete the RizeGreymon X. He then goes ahead and aggroes in, and he goes ahead and goes into the Kazemon for game. So he was able to get up to a RizeGreymon and a Kazemon to finish it off with only game. So here we're going on to game 2. So yeah, I think the folly there in the last game was definitely bouncing back the Jet Sylphiamon to give him so much momentum. Was definitely a bad play and something we know to not do anymore. Gonna go ahead and play the blue memory boost to draw some more and get the pieces we need, because as you saw there, we didn't even have a rookie, to the point where I even forgot to hatch an egg, which is a really big mistake, because even if you don't have a rookie, you should really still be hatching your breeding area in case you top deck one or something off your search. You should definitely still hatch your egg. But we hard slam the hero. Hero is part of the red package to trigger a delicate plan, which is really good into this matchup. But also, if you could tap in to give a Digimon, I believe it's plus 2,000 DP, plus 2,000 or 3,000. I can't remember off the top of my head. Somewhere around there if it's level 5 or higher when swinging, which is really great when swinging with your RizeGreymon promo to help it live. We play the cool boy, revealing the top 3. We got Gabumon, Gabumon X, and Garurumon. So there we have the Gabumon X. We can only one to grab. And here my opponent just lets me hatch, because like, oh my god, why have I not been hatching just because I'm bricking? I think I got tilted so much that I just didn't do it, which is something you really should not let bricks. Do not let bricks tilt you. I'll consider every avenue still. So our opponent's just like, yeah, go ahead. We're just testing anyways. So we go ahead, Digivolves up into the Kazemon, comes out and swings. We pass turn going up into the Garurumon promo and raising. Our opponent then goes for the full 3 cost into RizeGreymon X. If he has the tamer in hand, he will be able to play it out for free here. It looks like he actually did not, which is quite unfortunate. But then he goes to Sukuyamon, which is what I was talking about earlier. This card is very powerful against this deck in particular. I'm moving out because it gives me -3 security when moving out of the breeding area, so like it doesn't even matter at this point. At this point I'm figuring I might as well at least try and cycle with the swing on the Garurumon promo inheritable, and then bounce the Sukuyamon so that the second stack I build up will at least be able to swing. So this is what really sucks about this. This card is practically a checkmate, it feels like, for RizeGreymon X decks. Because like it gives you security -3 when moving out of the breeding area, which means you can't do your potential OTK strategy in one turn anyways. And then also if you move out to try and bounce it and remove it, the only thing you can really do, if you try to move out and remove it, you're just going to get hit with Sunrise Buster, the RizeGreymon X option next turn. So here I am able to climb up and remove it, and now I have a big meaty body on board that it can't be swung into because it's unsuspended. But it is only 12,000 DP, so if he's able to get even just like another tamer out, he's going to be able to rise. So here it goes, like it goes down to 0 because I did have to give him the 4, and there it is, yeah. He needed 2 more on the field, but he's able to get that out easily because the Sunrise Buster itself plays out a tamer, and it still gets its on-play effect. So for only 5 memory, it's kind of a ridiculously powerful card. But yeah, 12,000 DP, -3,000 for each red or yellow tamer on the field. With 4 on the field, because of the 1 he's able to play off Sunrise Buster itself, he's able to delete my MetalGarurumon X. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, your only removal in this deck, if you are running the red package, is the built in when Digivolving effects on your Digimon. So unless you can swing over it, you kind of just have to move out, bounce over it, and like that puts you in a checkmate position where they just Sunrise Buster you. Sometimes they may not always have it, but it's kind of just a hard rock in a hard place that this deck puts you in. It's a really rough matchup for Garurumon X's. But anyways, we Digivolve up to the RizeGreymon promo, which is the nice thing about being a 5-cost option, is that while he does remove our field, we can build up pretty quickly back again. So as long as he doesn't get into another another Sequoia, we should be okay. He swings with the Zephyrmon, hitting a 12,000, deleting it. He goes into another to pass turn, giving us 3 memories since we have a memory tamer in hero. So we are moving out of the breeding area because now we have an opportunity to start swinging again, at the same time clearing his board because RizeGreymon X, when Digivolving, bounces a level 4 or lower. So not only can we start doing damage to security, we can also clear board to prevent a Sequoia coming out again, hopefully, unless he hard slams it. He swings, because of the plus 6,000 DP off of the Zephyrmon and Zoe combined effects, I am forced to spend the protection. Luckily, we did have the protection underneath it. So that's crazy, because that's a 5,000 DP Digimon if I'm not mistaken, so it goes up to 11,000 with the boost, making it pretty big. So we're fine. We go ahead and delay the memory boost to go up in memory for a future play that I'm calculating. We Digivolve and swing into the RizeGreymon X to bounce the Cosmon while also getting 2 swings. And then he does the TK effect there, grabbing Cody off of his effect, and then TK plays itself. We played Delicate Plan. I realized after seeing so many Tamers, I was like, wait, I should probably play this. It's in my hand. So that was definitely a misplay. You should not wait at any reason if you have it. You should just go ahead and do it. I just completely forgot that it was in there because my hand size is kind of large. So for the last 2 swings, we go ahead and swing successfully, living the checks because the Kazemon is off the field. Therefore, its effect is gone with the DP boosting, and we have protection underneath it. So that will be game to then swing with Blitz Omni, getting us a 1-1 tie right now. So our opponent lost, so they will choose who will go first in round 3. They Digivolve up into the Salamon X, and then they give us the Zoe, and then they give us 3 memory with Zoe to pass turn. Zoe does grab the Cosmon. With Jet Sophimon now only being 1 in the deck, you are going to see less targets, but it's still very likely to go off with 9 targets in deck. We Digivolve up to a rookie in the breeding area, and then we play the blue memory boost to go ahead and search some more. It looks like we're bricking on champions, I would assume, since we didn't just pass them to memory and Digivolve up to a champion. So we're going to go ahead and grab that Digimon card there, and then bottom deck the rest. After that, we're going to Digivolve into the Gabumon X, hoping to get some more cycling, and then Digivolve into Garurumon for only 2 memory. So that ended up stabilizing quite nicely. Our opponent then swings the Salamon, getting a draw off of the Cupimon. He swings into the 6,000 promo, so that does delete it. He'll pass turn with the TK, and then he starts looking at what's in his hand, or what's in his security rather, and he grabs the Salamon from X1. That card is really amazing because I believe it's if you have 5 or more security. I think it's 3 or higher security, you get to draw 1 when attacking. It might even be for each 3. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just know that paired with Salamon X is really great. We just play down the Cool Boy. We're going to go ahead and grab that Digimon card there off the top, bottom decking the rest. So it's cool that we got to see some targets there. After that, we're going to just see what's in our hand before committing to another play. That is going to be, I believe, the where. I debated going into the rather the Garurumon X looked like there for a second, but instead I ended up playing down the Cool Boy for only 2 to search for other pieces I could potentially need. We just grab another Garurumon X, and I believe the thought process here was that if I have the other Cool Boy in hand, he's gonna go to 3 anyways. I might as well play this down, not be forced to pass any more awkward memory threshold, and then come out and gain a bunch of memory off the 2 Cool Boys, and then hopefully draw into whatever I may have been missing. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head if I am missing a piece potentially, but it could have been the RizeGreymon promo for all I know with how I am cycling through this deck right now. So I'm assuming the idea there was to gain memory, so even if I get choked, I have a play, and then keep searching. So yeah, looks like I'm probably missing the RizeGreymon X promo, so I'm just not seeing it. Here, I'm debating what to grab off the top. I grabbed the MetalGarurumon from X1, which is really useful to combo into your MetalGarurumon X antibody to be able to go for game. We have the delay the memory boost, so yeah, I'm desperately digging for that promo at this point. Digivolve for 2, going into the Garurumon promo. Digivolve again for free into Garurumon X. Desperately just digging at this point, and we are just not seeing what we need. Which is, you know, that's what happens when your main win con is a 4-of promo. It's just a 4-of, you know. So you have to run as much dig as you can. We play another Gabumon here. We're just praying at this point that we don't get cleared, board cleared somehow. Because Sunrise Buster can only target 1 Digimon. Same thing with RizeGreymon X. It's not like Shine Greymon where you could distribute the 4,000 evenly among other Digimon. So at the very least, I'm not too scared of an entire board clear, but he goes up and Digivolves into RizeGreymon X, getting him another free tamer. This time it'll be Cody. So Cody's going to be huge value if we can't get that off board or close this out next game. Because if he potentially goes into, he'll get an extra memory, and then if he potentially goes into RizeGreymon X, he'll be able to delete a lot of stuff. Here we get a lot of draw off of the Gabumon X and then the Cool Boys, and we get to search the top 3. I believe we grabbed the Garurumon X, the RizeGreymon X off of that. We finally see the promo there, so we're able to go into it. We have the 4 memory to be able to go into it without passing turn. We draw the X antibody option off the top. I don't know if we needed it, but we're going to go ahead and swing 1 check before committing to the X antibody option, because you don't want to waste your X antibody. You want to make sure that it's going to live and be there after that first swing, so then you can put it in and commit. Because if you just do that and it doesn't live, that's such a huge waste. He thought I had security attack +1 for some reason, but I did not, so it was just only 1, which is unfortunate. But then we put the X antibody option underneath, swing again, this time actually for the 2 checks, which is what I assuming he was thinking of. After that, we're going to kind of swing again because we unsuspended, and that is 2 checks, getting our final check with Garurumon X antibody, and that is going to be the game going to us here. So that was great. I feel it's really unfortunate that I ended up winning this one, but we rematched in the first round of the store championships and he ended up getting the one that mattered. It's just funny how things work out that way. But yeah, this is a matchup I was not terribly familiar with, and one that is pretty hard from what I know off the top of my head for Garurumon X, because of that kind of almost checkmate position of Sequoiamon on the field and Sunrise Buster in hand, you know, after they set up their tamers. So you're kind of just hoping to rush them down as fast as you can. So there's definitely some misplays here. There's probably even more that you guys will catch in the comments than I would have realized while watching and editing. So go ahead and let me know how you guys felt about the game. This is a really cool deck, and a lot of people underestimate RizeGreymon X because they don't understand what it does. It is not like the old yellow hybrids where you recover a lot, and if you're playing expecting that, you might get sweeped. So thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.